Welcome back to the channel. This is a continuation of that other video, basically a part 2, but it's just continuing the work that we ended off with on that last one. So thanks for joining me, and let's get busy. Alright, so I got the second coat of paint on the stab. That's looking really good, so we're moving on. I'm going to start covering this, so I'm just going to get this leading edge just positioned where I want it, which is probably about right there. Just smooth this out. Trim some excess. Ready, because we start with our edges here. So now we're just going over wherever we put glue. So I need to get a new glue cup here because I used one that had some dried glue in the bottom, but for some reason it's bringing some of it up, and I'm getting some little pieces of glue along with this. So I'm gonna ditch this one. I'll just start with a whole new brush too. I'm just going to ditch this, get some more glue out, and then we'll continue on. All right, so I'm ready to put the green on here. So first I'm just going to kind of outline it here. We're coming off of this one comes off at this kind of an angle here. They both kind of angle back. And then the tip is green, so green to right here, this side. And this is this. All right, let's do it. Alright, so I'm glad I didn't make the mistake I thought I made with the green. This is what I wanted, because my fuselage is all green right in here, but I wanted the transition to brown up next to the stab and rudder back here, the fin and the rudder. So I've got that the way I want it now, and as you can see, I got my sweatshirt back on, so hopefully I can get that this actually lays out okay, and I can get another coat on. I'm sort of suspect as to whether or not that's going to happen, and it very well may not. So it just depends on how quickly and how well this one dries. So we'll find out. But I'm going to get another piece. I went ahead and got the rest of this all glued down around the edges. So I'm going to jump and get the next piece on the other side. So I'll work on that. I did get my throttle quadrant installed. This part actually attaches from the outside with 3 screws, so I have to find those holes, and I'll push through and find the holes out here, and then I can get but there's a lot of hookup and stuff that's gonna have to happen there, so I'm not in too big of a hurry to do that. And then I got out my facet pump so that I can put these brass pieces in, the fittings there for the fuel line, and this one's Gascolator's all ready to go. Like I said, I just have to safety wire that, so that I can do, and doesn't matter what the temperature is. So, but right now I'm going to get a straight line cut on this, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the other side of this fin covered. Okay. All right, so I got all of the paint on there. There's a couple spots in the green that I'm not super happy with, but I may let it dry for a week or whatever, and then I may go in with some 400 grit sandpaper or something and flush a little bit of it out and then repaint the green. But or I may just, you know, let it go. I'll decide later. But it's just it got cool, and when it got cool, things didn't work out so well. So, and I sort of anticipated that. But anyway, I'm going to get the second side. My glue, got my glue on, and it's dry now, so I can actually get this second side of the stab on, and which is really good. Flip this around. I cut myself a nice straight line here, so nothing new. It's the same process we've been doing all along. The important thing was, you know, I remembered to get glue on the ribs on both sides, so you don't want to forget that. That could be bad. So I cut myself a nice straight line again, and make sure we got plenty of material here. We want to get at least a good up lid somewhere. Get plenty of overlap here, about in that location, so we'll go with that. That'll get good overlap, and then this gets 3-inch tape, just like the stab did. So now I'll cut some excess off of the backside, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go ahead and roll this leading edge under. All right, so that is pretty much dry. There's just a couple little spots that aren't completely dry. I got the second side covered here. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry, and then I will we'll be in a place where we can shrink the fabric. So I just have to, after it dries, I'll just go in and iron down each of these little bubbles next to the gussets before, which I've already done on this side, and I'll do that before we shrink it. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to come over here and install the spar carry through, which is right here, and I've got that marked for forward. Okay, so I'll get the bolts that I need. I'll locate the holes by coming up through the bottom, and I can also, while I'm up here, I can go ahead and cut out these cut out the holes for my instrument panel. So I'll do that as well, and I'll get the bolts and washers that I need, and get that bolted in place. Alright, this is going back together perfectly, which is really nice. It's like, except for urethane, I mean, I really wouldn't expect it to be any other way. The only thing that happened was I urethaned it and painted it. It's a little tougher to get to in the corner back there. But I got it. Alright, now I'll tighten them up. And then when I need to see something like that, I use my phone and take a photograph, or I just flip the camera around and then I can see in there. And what I'm interested in is obviously how many threads we have. So I'll see if I can get a photograph. Alright, so in my photograph here, looks like I have about 1 to 2 there. So we're good. Alright, I'll get the rest of these tightened up. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to shrink the fabric on the fin. It's all done now, so it's ready for shrinking. And then once that's done, it'll be ready for finishing tapes. So, and we'll get to that next time. All right, so this one will have to shrink. Just trying to stay away from the ribs, just like we did before. See how this goes. Didn't take it long, so let's kind of start in the middle here. Iron up. This is like really like my favorite part. But even building RC models, this is my favorite part. Is putting the covering on. Again, I'm making an attempt to initially to stay away from the ribs. Otherwise, it's just going to go ahead and attach itself. So we don't want that. Then when we come back, we will definitely go right over top of the rib. Easy to do with the stab, not as easy with this one because the spaces aren't very, they're not as far apart. Alright, now we'll come back. And this time we're going to go right over top of the ribs and get those glued down. looks beautiful. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the ribs here. Make sure we haven't warped anything. With this leading edge, I believe that would be pretty challenging to warp this, but you never know. Feels pretty good. All right, so that's going to be it for me tonight, and thanks for hanging out with me today. We got a ton of stuff done. We got the camouflage on that. We got this covered and shrunk. And then over here, I got the throttle quadrant in, and then I got the spark carry through bolted in place, and I just got the holes cut out for the instrument panel. Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff. So thanks so much for hanging out. If I haven't already said that, maybe I did. And yeah, it doesn't matter. Hey, I'll catch you later.